Hello, and welcome to another Kerbal Space Program video. Well, a Kerbal Space Program video. Now, today I am playing with a bunch of mods. As you can see here, I got a literal crap ton of mods. So we're gonna dive right into it. So I've made a small interplanetary ship here. Now, we're not gonna be building a launcher for this because we don't need one. I've made sure that this thing can get into orbit, and it can, and this is actually my first iteration of this, so I haven't modified it from the original thing that I flew to space with the first time. So let's just get straight to it. So I've got a couple mods playing into this here, but you can just get all the loading Kerbal Space Program Kerbal Space Program Interstellar Extended. You can get all these mods from, well, except Scatterer and all the environmental mods that I've got, because yeah, KSP Interstellar doesn't do that. But anyway, I've got MechJeb on here to do a few things. Tell me how much Delta V I've got, what my apoapse is, and then this stuff, my heading, pitch and roll, and then I've got maneuver node planner to circularize at my apoapse once I actually get my apoapse above about 100,000 kilometers. Pretty sure that's not cheating, so we're just gonna get straight into it. I've got a closed cycle gas core engine here, being powered off of liquid methane, and I've got an interstellar liquid fuel tank X24 here, so we're going to get straight into it. There we go. Going up. Gonna start pitching over right away because of how much thrust this bad boy pumps out. We've got almost 3 Gs of thrust going on here. So yeah, I don't know what mod makes my Mach effects go like that. All I know is that I got one that does that, and I don't know which one it is. And okay, that was not supposed to happen. Anyway, we're gonna restart that. And alright, so we got all our things here. This thing can get into orbit. I've just done a simple test to make sure that it can get into orbit, and it can. Anyway, we got a crap ton of radiators on the side here to keep this temperature down, as you can see somewhere in there. I'm not going to look I'm not going to look for very long. But anyway, we're going to throttle down because this thing puts out so much thrust that we don't actually need to get up into orbit. So, as our solar panels, we've got, oh, god dang it, okay. As our solar panels, we got the it is Megalodor concentrating solar panels. Anyway, we're going to immediately start pitching over here because of how much thrust this thing puts out again. And we need to start taking advantage of a lot of that, because a lot of that we don't actually need being put into our vertical speed, and some of it we need to put into our horizontal speed. So we really don't want to go too far off from our prograde marker here. And so yeah, this thing flipped out a couple times because I'm just going too putting my angle of attack too hard. So anyway, this was just like, I just kind of put this together as a test to see what this engine could do. And yeah, it's got about 8,000 meters per second of delta V in a vacuum with full fuel. So if we get a launcher for this and launch it up into orbit, then we can use all of that to get somewhere we have never been before. like Sarnis, because I got the More Planets mod installed, and honestly those planets are really beautiful. Alright, we're starting to get those burning up effects kind of breaking here. Not sure if Bandicam will pick that up. We're at 30 kilometers now above sea level. Jeez. I know there's a Bandicam thing blocking the altitude meter, but trust me, we're at 40 kilometers now. Oh, there's goes our AppWaps, 130. Alright, so now, maneuver node planner. So that's going to take up 1100 meters per second of delta V to get into orbit, and we're just going to face that node. Going to extend our solar panels. Also, we've got some radioisotope generators as well as some solar panels here to make sure that we don't run out of power while we're in flight in the atmosphere. Now we're not going to be able to come back with these this stage because these solar panels cannot retract. Anyway, we're going to warp to that node. There we go. Gonna start at about now. Anyway, we gotta wait for this thrust to build up because that seems to happen with the soot. No idea what that is. That seems to happen with these engines. They need to spool up, but they spool down instantly. So here we go. We're getting ourselves into orbit. And just to prove that I'm not using MechJeb, I can do whatever I want with the throttle right there. So I'm not cheating here. I just used him to get me into the circular orbit to avoid all that nonsense. Anyway, we're about to get into orbit. There we go. We're in orbit. Didn't actually finish that node, just got most of it done. Anyway, let's circularize a little bit. There we go. So, we're in orbit. And I've got other ships going on here. With a good 3.5 kilometers of delta V left. That's what I got last time as well. That's enough to get us to Duna and back. I know that as a fact. At a transfer window, of course. So, yeah, this engine is pretty awesome, and I'm going to be using it in a lot of my interplanetary craft. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was the closed cycle gas core engine running on liquid methane right here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all later.